Well, I'm RJ from KEXP, and I'm sitting here at the Gorge Sasquatch Music Festival with Bishop Allen. Hey guys.
Hello. Hello, RJ.
How are you guys doing today?
Super.
All right. Well, let's introduce you guys first to the camera.
My name is Christian. And I'm Justin.
All right, and let's get into this stuff. Let's bullshit a little bit actually first. I know you guys met at Harvard. Do you guys ever feel like there's any stigma? Do you guys ever feel like people kind of poke fun at you because you're from the most elite and the absolute most fantastic place of higher learning on this planet? It's okay. I actually applied to Harvard being it is. I'm a little jealous of it.
Yeah, people. Sometimes there is. Sometimes people don't care, and sometimes people are psyched. So it's kind of. I think the net is zero, so it's fine. You know.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
It just depends on the person, you know.
The people who poke fun at us, so that's fine. And
yeah.
Also, I don't. It doesn't matter that much to me one way or the other.
And
it
it's
just
nothing we
happens to
can
be a
do
school
about
that
really. Yeah.
Do you feel that really cerebral type of atmosphere? Did you think that contributed to your songwriting developing when you guys first started playing together?
I think we're definitely cerebral people. I don't know how much the atmosphere. I think if Justin and I had gone to any other school, we would probably be exactly the same in terms of our own mindset. But I know what you mean, and like it definitely. Not to say Bishop Allen is an extremely cerebral band, but like the
you guys
process.
are a lot of fun, I think.
Thank you.
For sure, you guys are a lot of fun. That's the first thing that comes to my mind.
The other thing is like, yeah, I mean, I don't know that going to a particular school like totally shaped my personality or anything. I mean, it probably had something to do with it, but I think both of us would kind of be the same person no matter where we happen to go to
It's a
school.
chicken or egg situation.
Yeah, well, that's something I definitely think about. As I'm sitting here on this couch with you guys, I'm a student at the University of Virginia taking a year off from school, and I sometimes question with my own creative mind if where I'm from kind of changes what type of direction you go to.
Yeah,
and
I took a year off from school too. I know the feeling
of stepping away.
Yeah, stepping away and being like, what am I doing?
So I know you guys also moved to Virginia. I want to know why the hell you guys decided to go to Virginia. Because like I said, I go to school in Virginia. I don't love it or hate it. There's some great things about it. There's some really great people. I'm in Charlottesville.
Yeah.
But
Charlottesville.
yeah, where in Virginia did you guys?
We were in Lynchburg, so you know, like an
okay,
hour
definitely,
south or something.
Definitely.
So we were there. We went there mostly because we were living in Boston at the time, and we kind of wanted to go somewhere really far away from that. And the reason we chose Lynchburg is because my sister was going to college there at the time.
Okay.
So we just rented this like big house for half of what we were paying in Cambridge, and just kind of hung out there for like 4 months and just worked on music. That was kind of the first time. That was really sort of the beginning of the band.
Okay. Wow. So I guess Virginia kind of does have a special place in your mind and your music then.
Yeah, it definitely does.
We were pretty well sequestered inside that house. Like we didn't. I feel like most of the time that we were there, we just kind of like lived on our own and worked in our house. And people would come visit, and we'd kind of hang out in the immediate vicinity. But we didn't really meet anybody or go out or anything while we were there.
Wow.
It was just like it was definitely just like an attempt at some isolation to be able to get some work done.
Yeah.
What was the culture shock like? As a native, I'm from Florida, and when I went up there, that was definitely a huge change from Orlando to going to Virginia, basically. First time I really encountered Southern culture. So how about you guys?
I'm from Little Rock.
Yeah,
okay.
It was a lot like
so
that.
you guys definitely felt a little bit more home.
Yeah. It was a lot like the town Lynchburg itself is actually a lot like Little Rock.
Okay.
Literally. So
literally.
It was like it was a pretty easy for me. I mean, obviously Dallas is a much bigger place, but still.
With the biggest airports ever. So stupid. I took that on the way here. The hell. Why do you have to take a train to half a terminal? I don't know. You went to Harvard. You should take over that city and just decide to build a better airport.
Well, they're just like, you know what? Nobody lives out here. We've got land that goes on infinitely, basically in every direction. So I don't know. Why not just spread it out?
Yeah.
Right on. So I know you guys did that. Really, really interesting, really original, and had to be a pretty exhausting project with the 12 EPs.
Yeah.
That's been a little bit. There's been some time, and I really do like your last album as well. But do you ever feel that because you did this really original and this really great work of art, do you ever feel that you kind of have to live that down a little bit how has approaching your music after that been different because it was such an original and successful concept?
Well, I mean, live it down. I don't know, but it was definitely pretty awesome, especially once we finished it and we're able to be like, we did it, you know. And I think we're definitely looking for something else like that to do, maybe next time.
Okay,
we
wow.
record. So it won't be the same thing, but
Mhm.
definitely there is the challenge of it in the sort of with the way that particular project kind of kept everything fresh because the songs were coming out every month.
Yeah.
You didn't sit and stare at one particular song over and over again, and kind of had to keep moving. Like the freshness and the challenge of it, I think, really appealed to us and still does. So maybe the next, and we're gonna start writing the music basically as soon as we fly home from here. So
Okay. Wow.
you know, we've kind of bandied around some ideas, but you know, we don't know what yet.
Definitely.
I mean, if anything, for me, after that project was over, it made me realize that no particular period of time or no particular song is like the most important thing that you ever do. It's like what's important is that you just keep doing it and not worry too much about how it falls, because it's really easy to start thinking about how your record's playing or whether people are liking it, but it's not really productive, at least for us. And the most productive thing is just to keep making new songs. So that's just like that lesson, I think, still holds true.
I mean, I think one thing that was really interesting is, you know, obviously as creative people, your mindset now at any given time is really going to influence what you write. And I think one thing that was really cool with that huge project that was so immediate, it was almost as if our pulse, you know, our fingers are on your pulse right here with your creative output. How do you guys feel that you can achieve that type of intimacy again? Really?
I don't know. I mean, that's a question
Is that
we
the
kind of have to
challenge?
sort out a
That's
little
a
bit.
challenge.
Yeah. Because we like that sort of the way people were able to hear the music on a monthly basis, and the songs were always kind of like pertaining to what we were doing right then, and we liked that feeling too. So, yeah, it's just something that's a question we have to answer.
Okay,
in the coming
definitely.
months, for sure.
So I know that you guys had that piano that you guys discovered, and all right, riddle me this. This really like trips me out a little bit because that's some haunted shit. I mean, you guys saw this piano and all of a sudden like spoke to you. Do you guys still have this? Do you guys still play with it?
Yeah, it's in my house now.
Okay, I was getting kind of scared. You guys are gonna bust it out on stage and it's gonna eat the souls of everyone.
No, that would be
Feed
awesome.
the Bishop Allen machine.
I wish
If
we
we
could
could
bring
travel
it
with it, if we could travel with it, we definitely would.
It sounds really good and it's really
it's
fun
a nice
to play,
piano,
but
actually.
it's just
It's
too big.
way too much.
It's too big, but it's got to be your favorite instrument.
Yeah,
right?
it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, it's in my living room.
Right. So getting a little bit more of nitty gritty. I know you guys are on Dead Oceans now. What is it like now being on a label that's really, you know, Dead Oceans is a great label, doing some great things. How has that change been for you now being on a separate label?
It's been great for sure. I mean, it's definitely a little bit strange to be part of a bigger group of bands rather than always be just Bishop Allen on its own. But the people that we've met, both that are in the bands and definitely the people at the label and at the Secret Canadian sort of group, have all been great and really smart and know what they're doing, and that was our like main concern when we were looking for someone or like trying to figure out what we were going to do after the EP project, is we wanted to have people who weren't just like kind of the usual music types, and I don't know.
I mean, they're UVA gentlemen.
Yeah,
they're UVA gentlemen, so they know what they're doing.
I forgot about that.
Guys, if you're watching this, UVA pride right there. So okay, every year do you guys go to the Crimson? Isn't the Crimson War, or is that with Yale? Did you guys play Yale every year?
The Harvard Yale game.
The Harvard Yale game. Do you guys ever go to that?
I went once.
Never been.
I went once.
I heard that you guys dig tunnels underneath the. I heard some crazy stories. You know,
yeah, maybe people who are more
some
into football,
legends.
I guess. But yeah, people do
football
that
never
stuff.
really-
But yeah,
I was never really a school spirit kind of person.
Yeah.
It wasn't really my deal.
Yeah, it's just I think everyone thinks that people from Harvard have the biggest school spirit ever.
no.
But
I mean, definitely there's some, but I think in general school spirit is probably lower than in a place.
Yeah, I feel like
That's
it's,
good.
it's a pretty
That's
fractured
good.
environment
Like
where
UT.
where you end up with a lot of different groups of like really small groups of people who are doing your own thing. So like for us it was the radio station, and for some people it was football, for some people it's the
with all that punk stuff.
Yeah. For some people they're really into math or being a concert pianist or whatever, and it's just. But I mean, that said, I've been out of school longer than I was in it, so.
Yeah, that's pretty wild to think about, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, thanks guys.
Our pleasure, Andre.
Awesome.
Thanks for having us.